About impromptu speaking. Okay, so this is going to be fun. We normally know impromptu speaking through our table topics for Toastmasters, which is, you have the 1 to 2 minutes to answer a quick question on your toes, on your feet, right? So when you're doing an impromptu, it is very unlike a prepared speech. You have to be ready to answer a question off the top of your head. So some of the strong points about doing impromptu speaking is to respond positively under pressure, communicate ideas clearly and concisely, build credibility with your leadership. If you're able to be in a meeting and your leadership says, hey, you answer this question, you'd be like, no. You want to be able to say, gotcha, and you can move forward. So, and then also, handle unexpected questions effortlessly. We're going to do some tips where you can learn how would you say, get this gift and make it molded to you so that you will be very effective with this. So, a lot of times we find with impromptu speaking, we tend to ramble. What happens when somebody asks you a question? What do? You go, well, the other day, all counter, that's all that. So we tend to ramble and use unexcessive verbiage. We speak without a clear point because your mind is so confused. You're like, I want to go here, I want to go there, and your mind is everywhere. Another issue is using, I just said, excessive full of words, the buts, the so's. And then all of a sudden you just end it without a conclusion. So everybody's sitting there confused about what did they just say? Did I understand what they just said? So you can show me the one slide. So I just have a couple of slides. So this is a good approach that I put together for impromptu speaking. So go ahead and click the first one. So one thing you can do is state your main idea. Take one thing and focus on that. Even if it might sound a little off or whatever, focus on one thing. Another thing you would do, once you get that one thought in your head, the second thing you want to do is provide in your head, brief example, something, just explaining why you put that topic. And then conclude clearly. Restate the main thing, or just summarize everything you just said. So if you keep these three things in your mind, it'll be like point, explain it, and then repeat it, or just summarize what I just said. Real quick, if you keep those things in your mind, it'll help you focus on an impromptu answer. Okay, next slide. And this, I got some of this from Nicole. Thank you, Nicole, from last time, managing nervousness. Sometimes just pause. If they ask you a question, it doesn't hurt to just say, okay, and just pause so you can get your mind together. Pause before speaking is to collect your thoughts. A brief pause signals confidence and improved clarity. Another thing, take a deep breath. Sometimes you do that pause and you go, and then start speaking. Because that way you can kind of get your first words out that you want to get out. Speak at a measured pace. So you don't want to rush. I do that a lot when I do impromptu. Yeah, so, I tend to rush. Because I'm scared, like, you're trying to get it all out. No, after you take that breath, then just slowly start talking, and the words will come. And then the next thing is focus on, once again, that one topic. It might sound stupid or whatever you might think, but still take that one topic and stick with it. Keep going with that one focused message. Okay, you can take them off. So, that's all good, Phyllis. Thank you for those little 3 points you gave us. Wonderful. But how do I develop that skill? You can say it all day long. You can give us all these pointers all day, but how? So one way you can do it is practice in everyday conversations. If you're talking to somebody, just jump into conversation and have some words to say. Actively listening before responding. Please listen when people are talking. That way you can start formulating things in your mind before the conversation is even over. Thinking in small, simple terms. Don't do this big, elaborate sentences. Think bullet points. That's why I put it. And then reflecting on and then after you do this practice, sit down with yourself and say, what worked? What didn't work? And you can do your own self-improvement with that. Progress comes from consistency, not perfection.